This is actually my second year here,
Yeah.
and I like the discussion that goes on in the European market. I think the market here is just so very different, and I like hearing about what new developments are coming in various countries. Three biggest trends I would probably say is the development of community space within student accommodation. You're finding everybody in every type of accommodation is trying to find, some way to create, common spaces or movie screening rooms, just additional amenities for students to have. They're improving their IT all around, so the ability for students to be connecting all their various apparati. I don't know what the plural is of that. And marketing, I would say marketing to international students, opening up their doors and trying to recruit more international students to come and stay with them. I would probably start in maybe a slightly different market that's not been tapped into yet. For one, I would say Florence, Italy.
Yeah.
I think there's a massive market there. I think Italy is ripe for some really good design. I think they're known for design. There's a lot of demand, particularly in Florence, that's not being met. And that is one market that I would definitely look at. Students are living in converted hotels there. There is no real provision for student accommodation. How it would look like? I would say probably a mixture of Citizen M Hotel and what you're finding at the student hotel as well. I think the product is very good, very smart and very funky. I think smart design is one. Spaces for interaction, social spaces for them. I think, again, because there's such demand, there's so many beds that we need that the lowest common denominator of the internet, the bed and the roof, is still going to apply for quite some time. But I think, if we can create some interesting spaces for students, I think it's along the lines of, say, like a TripAdvisor. You're going to get certain students staying in certain accommodation, and they're going to say whether or not they like it or not. And while there isn't a star system, and that was being a bit provocative, I think you need to be very careful in assuming that one brand represents the same thing in every market. So if you know of a certain brand, just say Unite, for instance. Unite has 40,000 beds across the UK, but you cannot assume that every Unite is exactly the same in every market. So there needs to be some sort of differentiator. And I think eventually the students will find a way to sort that out. But I think involvement from the students themselves, absolutely, it needs to come from them, because their ideals change too as to what they want and what they like and what they feel they need in an accommodation. What they need today is not what they're going to need in 10 years' time, and what they had 10 years ago isn't what they need today. So times are going to have to change.